What's up, YouTube? Dr. Rob here again. I got a new video for you, how to create an article with Shopia 2.0. Now, recently, Shopia has changed their format, and so they have this new Shopia 2.0, and so creating articles has changed a little bit, and I'm just going to give you a brief update about the changes and how to create an article. We'll go into posting that article on WordPress so that we can just kind of give you the full run through. We're going to post to WordPress, and we're going to use Rank Math to kind of do a little SEO work there on the end. And so you've got some bonus material here at the end of this video, so stay tuned throughout the video to see how we're doing that SEO work. All right, now to get started, we're going to go right into Shopia. Again, Shopia has changed up a bit, and so we're going to look at this new format. The first thing you want to do if you're going to start an article, you're going to go in here and you're going to click the plus button here, and you're going to look at add step-by-step article. And so this format's changed a little bit, and so you want to click this add step-by-step article, and it brings this pop-up here. And so it gives you kind of a place to describe the article that you want to write. And so we're ready to begin writing our article here, describing and entering in keywords. First, we want to do a little bit of keyword research. And so I've already done a little bit of research. I've gone to Google. I like to use lists, and so I went to Google and I looked at several of the articles to look for headers and lists that perhaps I can use. And I'm using a list on faith. And so I've grabbed a keyword and I've entered it into this free keyword generator there at Ahrefs, and that's linked on my Realty Banker site here under SEO tools. You can go in there and find that really easily. And so I've gone and entered in what is faith, and so I've gotten some results here. We see several of them here in the yellow, and these are going to be ranked by red and yellow and green being probably the more favorable. I think I'm going to use this what is faith in the Bible. It's down under that 50 mark here on the KD, and it's got good volume here, 2.2 thousand. And so this is the keyword that we're going to be using for our article. And so we're just going to copy that and paste that over in Shopia. And now you could go into a more detailed description, and the more obscure your topic, the more detail you're going to want to have. And so if your topic is something that perhaps an AI model may not really pick up on, you want to go in and do more and more detailed, more and more description, so that the AI knows what you're talking about. All right, now we're going to take what is faith over to our keyword research tool and come up with some keywords to enter in for this particular topic. So we've entered in what is faith here at the promoter kit, and it's promoterkit.com tools. If you want to use this same keyword generator, you could use different generators. I kind of like this one, and so I've entered that in. We've got several keywords here. What is faith in Christianity? What is faith in the Bible? And we're just going to export that. Click the export button, and so we have exported that. Here is this where it is exported, and now we're going to export this as a CSV file. So we're going to click File, Export, and change the file type CSV, save as, and we're going to save this as what is faith. so that we can find it easy. So we're going to save it as what is faith, minus that down, go back to Shopia, and now we're going to manage our keywords. We're going to click that and upload our keywords, and we're going to browse and find the file that we just saved. What is faith? There it is in our downloads. We just saved it in that same folder to make it easy. Open that up, and it's going to go ahead and ignore certain columns here, and it kind of already knows where those keywords are. And I just click upload now, and so we're done here. Now you'll choose the tone, and you can change this up. You can add different tones. For this purpose, let's just go with, we're learning about something here. Let's go with an educational tone. And so we'll click next. And article title, what is faith in the Bible? That's a good title. So we have some suggested titles here. What is faith in the Bible? Exploring the definition, unpacking the meaning of faith, and we've just got some things here that we could research. But we're just going to continue here. The AI model is working, and it gives us several different outputs that we can tune in from. And so we're going to scroll through the different outlines. I like to kind of get an idea about the length of these outlines. 2 looks like our longest outline, and so we will I think we'll go with 2. Let's look down through here and make sure that there's something that we don't need or something that we need to take out. All right, I don't see anything here that we need to remove, and so we will use this, and we will just get this started by clicking each one of these, adding them in one at a time to our article. I like a good long article, 2750 words, that's good. And so we'll click generate article. Now this begins the article generation process, and so the AI model starts writing here immediately. We have the conclusion. Now we can go ahead and start adding in our images. And so click search here, and some interesting photos. I like to have a picture of a person when I'm posting up, like the initial picture here. Seems like people connect better with people, and so we use pictures here of people to connect. Definition of faith, perhaps a good picture of something biblical here. Biblical definition, that might give us a better output. Let's search and see if that comes up with anything. There's a nice one. Let's pull this over and see, when we do a search, we get better results. And for our conclusion, and again, I'm struggling with pulling these images in. I'm having to search and search, and it's really unfortunate that they haven't worked out all the bugs yet, but they're working on this system all the time, so I'm sure they'll get all that worked out. But we've got all our images added in, and so we've got a nice article here. We've got a little correction there we'll have to make on one header. I could have caught that before we perhaps added that in. but we'll move on. At this point, your article's finished. You've got your images. And so what you want to do is just click File, Copy, and HTML. Okay, you've got your file copied as an HTML. You'll go in here, Post, Add New in your WordPress back end. And so you'll just copy and paste here at the top, Control V. And so your images are all in here. Definition of faith in the Bible. How many times is faith mentioned in the Bible? What is great faith in the Bible? I like that. What is living faith in the Bible? What is faith in the... Let's change that to KJV Bible. Moving on. What is faith? What does, change that to does faith in the Bible mean? Okay. Got that header changed out. And so now we'll want to attach our photos permanently. They are linked images at this point. They're HTML images, and linked images have a tendency to fail over time. For whatever reason, somebody removes that image from the database, or it's broken for some reason or another, and I prefer not to do that. So I save my images and I add them in permanently to our database on the WordPress website. And so we're here at Realty Banker, and so I just I created a folder for that, and I just go down and I save each one of these images to the folder. Just go down each image, save them all to that same folder, and we'll start just replacing these. And so you go replace, open media library, and then we'll just upload all of these files in. Before we do that, though, I like to set the keyword. And so the keywords here are, what did we decide? What is faith in the Bible? And so that's what we'll use for the keyword. What is faith in the Bible? And we'll use that for our images as well. And so we'll replace, open media library, and we'll upload all of the photos that we saved into our system. Looks like that starts about right here. And so we'll grab those, and I think that's all of them. And so we'll start uploading there. And these things upload pretty quick. We don't have super high definition images, and so they are high def, but they're just not super def. And as these start popping in, we'll start entering in our keywords. Enter those keywords in. And I like to add in everything but the caption, so we use those same keywords. Now, if you know a better way to do this, please add that in the comment. If there's something that you do that may help SEO, we want to give our followers, our subscribers, the best information that we can. And so I recommend that if you have a better way to do this, that you comment, help us out. So we're just pasting those keywords into all of these fields. Once we get the last one, we're just going to, let's double check this. That's what we're looking at, open media library. And so we're just going to replace that. Now we've got it replaced. We can size it. I like to size it right there to the end of the add caption, unless it's more of a vertical picture, and then I do a little something different. I perhaps use about half of that space. And we keep everything in order. Now this is a vertical picture, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Keep everything in order here so that we can just go down the list here. And here we're gonna maybe go half of this area, because the vertical images take up so much more space. So we just kind of size them down a little bit more. Replace this image. Another vertical image here. So we'll resize that down pretty small. And that is our conclusion. Okay, so faith in the Bible. We've got our keywords here. Focus keyword not found in the meta description. And so now we need to get our meta description. And for the meta description, I like to go in here and find out what this says the article is about. Not what I think the article is about, but this kind of has a little section in here where it talks about what the article is going to be about. And it says right here, in this article. And so they'll start off like that a lot. And so I like to just grab this section, in this article. Copy that, edit snippet, and we go in here and edit that description in this article. And so we can change that to this article. Sometimes these are a little long. You need to have this under 160. We like it in the green if possible. And so we change that to shorten it down. Faith in the Bible, its definition. Role for Christianity. And let's just delete this section. And what great faith and living faith mean. And so we've got it shortened down to the point where we're in the green. Everything looks good. It's edited out nicely. And looks like this is not really showing a permalink. That's kind of odd. And so what is faith in the Bible? That's I think that's a good permalink. So we're going to leave that. That's not really in the green, but that's okay. We've got the title, what is faith in the Bible, the same permalink. I like that. So we're just going to leave that like that. We've got the permalink, and we'll save as draft and see what that does for us over here. And looks like we still need the focused keyword in the meta description and the URL. And so it's still not showing up. What is faith in the Bible? What is faith in the Bible? So let's grab that, edit this. This article will be exploring what is faith in the Bible. So let's change that to this article will answer the question, what is faith in the Bible? Give its definition, role in Christianity, and explore what great faith and living faith mean. All right, we're right there at 160. So we can cut this section and get us back in the green, and there we are. So we have our keyword there. It says it's not in the beginning of the content. So let's go down here, add that same statement right here, so that we've got that keyword at the beginning of the content. It's kind of important. So we've got that same statement, that keyword, and it's gonna talk about more about faith on down in these different sections. Keyword density is low, and so I don't worry too much about that. I think it's good to have the keywords in the Bible, but we've kind of got a long keyword, and we'll just let the search engines kind of decide what the keyword is here. Now, if you're really concerned about building an article for search engine ranking, you really kind of want to look at this keyword density, and so I recommend that you not ignore this, but we're not going to deal with that right now because that's not really the purpose for this article at this time. We may come back and do some work on this later on, but right now we're just going to worry about linking out to external sources. And now what I like to do is just make it easy on myself. I link out to perhaps sources that I have ready-made links, and so I just grab something from a previous article. But if you're really concerned about SEO, you want to go and do some article research and link to some outside articles. It's going to kind of help your SEO and boost your credibility with the search engine. And so I just open up the previous article. Now you may do something different here, but I like to just grab some existing links, throw those in at the bottom, and save as draft. And so that clears up all of that. That's got us in the green up here. And so now we'll just worry about this title up here. I'm not sure that that is the title that I would like to end with. What is faith in the Bible? So let's see what we've got written here. What is faith in the Bible? Its definition. And roles in Christianity. Let's add that on there. I kind of like that. Definition and role in Christianity, and of course you want to capitalize your titles. Alright, save that as draft, and I've usually got like a header score here. I'm not really sure why that's not showing up. We'll have to take a look at that, see why that's not showing up, but everything else looks good here. Keyword density, which we could go down and change a little bit, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. It's in the green. We would want our header to be in the green as well, but I don't see a header score on this one, so we'll save that. We can come and change our header later on, but we're just going to publish. This thing is ready to publish, and we're going to let it go. Alright, so this is published. One thing we want to do on the end of this is to add a featured image. And so for our featured image, you want to click this wheel here, the settings wheel. You want to make sure you're in the post section and just go down to set featured image. And I usually have this main image, that top image, as the featured image, and update that. And once everything is updated, we can check to make sure that our featured image posted up well. looks like it's posted up well, everything looks good. And then we can just go down, we can check these sections more in depth and make sure everything is cohesive and coherent. Recommend that you read through these articles and make sure you've got a good article. Some sections may need to be changed, some sections may need to be removed altogether, and you can always add new sections in, but you definitely want to read through your own articles, skim through them at the very least. And so that is my recommendation. Now, there are other tools that you can use to make these articles better. Like I said, I recommend going in and looking at different websites to see how you can link to articles that are conforming to this article that perhaps may be important. And so that's a good way to boost SEO ranking. And I recommend that you look for graphs and charts perhaps that you can link in as well. All right, thank you for tuning in. We just want to appreciate all of our viewers. We hope that you'll like and subscribe if you found this content valuable. Thank you so much.